Introducing a new podcast. Karen Hunter is awesome.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
Karen Hunter is awesome. A new podcast from Karen Hunter.
The following, and I quote, "We should not be giving Black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that to particular antigens that Blacks have a much stronger reaction.
So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Poland article suggests that Blacks need fewer antigens.
Girl, this is so dangerous.
So you get the same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous.
Girl, he said, first of all, Black people were more susceptible. Remember the beginning days when we weren't getting COVID and then Black people were like, we are immune. And then the next week, we all got it. I said, wait a minute. This man said that Black people, we don't feel pain. Black mothers don't feel pain.
That's what I was just about to say. This is no different than the we don't feel pain thing.
This is we're in.
But here's the thing that upsets me about it. The places where our Blackness matters, like when you are looking for skin conditions, you don't apply it there. You don't put it in those textbooks. You got a whole gentleman out here that's got a whole YouTube, Instagram, social media following, literally, what's his name, Joel, telling us, hey, this is what this looks like on Black skin because I didn't see this when I was in school, and I want y'all to know that this eczema is also eczema over here as well. These look different because of the skin. Like, so in the places where it matters, you don't want to do it, but you want to prevent people from, oh, wow. Okay.
Imagine that. Imagine needing a vaccine and them giving you half a dosage because you're Black.
You're Black. We also got to remind people that like race is a social construct. So like my Black and your Black and her Black and their Black, all our Black is a little bit different because race is a social construct. Where my people came from and through to arrive, so I am in this container, and where yours came from are different. Perhaps there are different antigen levels depending upon where you came from, but you can't just be like, oh, Black people. Like what? Y'all made up Black. Y'all made that up. And now you're trying to tell me that we should be following a specific vaccination schedule on a thing that you made up?
No, that came from one study in Poland.
From Poland.
We're supposed to what? I'm at a loss for words. Let me tell you how flabbergasting this is and scary at the same time. Like I'm trying to contain myself. because this is the word of the day. This is untenable. It's untenable. I don't know where we go from here. But yeah, we'll see if the senators have any courage and make sure this man.
I'm really curious about I do know there's an I think it's very small population in Poland where the people, I'm sorry. I'm just blown away.
I'm saying
Poland and Black people and that together. I'm very curious about this study that he's referencing, but also what are we doing, sir? We're making decisions on, no, unacceptable. Prepare, people. Please prepare. All jokes aside, like whatever preparation looks like for you, whether that is, I know I need to get healthier so that my immune system is better. I need to move more. I need to drink more water. I need to make sure I take whatever vitamins you feel like you need to take. I just would like to please make sure you have some masks in your cabinet. I know we had a big uproar about masks and people were, skeptical. Please, just in case, please prepare.
Yeah, but then it's going to be illegal to wear a mask, right? So I'm just staying in the house. Untenable is not able to be defended.
Mm-hmm.
not able to be occupied, untenable, not able to be defended. 866-801-8255. Amber Cabral is here. Also, before the Senate committee is Kash Patel. He is looking to be, I guess, nominated as the head of the FBI. Amy Klobuchar and a bunch of other senators have had commentary. He's lied under oath today. Lied under oath. No consequences, though. Just bold-faced lies. Play the Amy Klobuchar exchange first, Ms.
Did you say that the FBI headquarters should be shut down and reopened as a museum of the deep state?
Mr. Chairman, are we allowed to go an extra time?
Let's see, you get a second round. Before I call on Senator Lee.
Could he just answer the question if he said that the FBI headquarters where they investigate cybercrime and terrorism should be shut down and opened as a deep state?
Hey, Mr. Chair.
As a museum. Did he say that the headquarters should be shut down?
Mr. Chair.
I deserve an answer to that question. He is asking to be head of the FBI, and he said that their headquarters should be shut down.
Mr. Chair, parliamentary inquiry.
You got anything you want to say, Mr. Patel, before I go on to Senator Lee?
Simply this. If the best attacks on me are going to be false accusations and grotesque mischaracterizations, the only thing this body is doing is defeating the credibility of the men and women at the FBI. I stood with them here in this country. In every theater of war we have, I was on the ground in service of this nation. And any accusations leveled against me that I would somehow put political bias before the Constitution are grotesquely unfair. And I will have you reminded that I have been endorsed by over 300,000 law enforcement officers to become the next director of the FBI. Let's ask them.
Mr. Chairman, I am quoting his own words from September of 2024. It is his own words. It is not some conspiracy. It is what Mr. Patel actually said himself. Facts matter.
Thank you. They do. They should. Unless, you're trying to be the head of the FBI and you don't want to be held accountable for the things you said. Senator Dick Durbin also had a go at questioning Kash Patel over things he said and did. Play it, Smiz.
Let me repeat that. Cowards in uniform exposed. Who was in the Capitol building on January 6th in a uniform? The Capitol Police were. Do you think they were cowards? Many of them risked their lives and some gave their lives in defense of this building. How about the DC police who were here as well? They were in uniform. Cowards risking their lives as well. Some of them being battered and beaten by these mobsters that came into the Capitol.
Dick Durbin also challenged him on his relationship with the January 6th insurrectionists, which Kash Patel had a relationship with them. Dick Durbin said this, play it.
And Mr. Patel claims that the FBI agency he aspires to lead, get this now, was planning January 6th for a year. He says the FBI was planning January 6th for a year. That's a quote. Mr. Patel has gone so far as to co-produce and sell musical recordings of a song performed by January 6 rioters in jail, rioters who violently assaulted police officers. He has described this January 6 choir as, quote, political prisoners. Political prisoners. But at least 6 members pleaded guilty to assaulting law enforcement officers.
It's so like Twilight Zone-ish. Like there's so much bizarre happening all at one time. I remember growing up, being in my like late teens, early 20s and being like, I would love to have an opportunity to challenge some of this stuff and fight for rights and I remember feeling like it would have been very honorable. And this has been such a terrible fall from whatever misgivings or delusions I was under, because what are we doing? I just also think about the other parts of the world that are watching this. We have our gross domestic, the size of this economy and the impact that it has on the world. People don't understand that. I understand we fighting about Target and all this other stuff, but globally, the decisions that are made here majorly affect how the world works. And Although I am not in any way, shape, or form a fan of imperialism or capitalism, they are the systems that we are unfortunately living under. And when we make the impacts that can come from these kinds of irresponsible decisions and poor leadership, it will just imagine what might someone who has been under our oppression want to do as we fumble and bumble around ourselves over the next series of years.
And they're just no American. You know, we could be like, look, we're black. Wait a minute. We ain't got nothing.
Correct.
We vote for this. Like, they don't care.
They don't care. Our little identities and worth and all that does not mean anything to a country that has been, we are watching it play out. You're watching it play out in Gaza. You're watching it play out. I'm not being selective about which one of these folks is good or bad. I'm mad at all y'all. So I'm going to do, and it would be no different the other way. And it baffles me that you can watch that happen. You can see that unfolding on television and not be able to see the microcosm of it happening here as it relates to our decisions about who we put in charge. That is mind blowing.
Introducing a new podcast. Karen Hunter is awesome.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
Karen Hunter is awesome. A new podcast from Karen Hunter.